exciting announcement today, this week, from Slack. They're starting a partnership with Google in order to integrate the Google tools deeply into the Slack environment. This is interesting because I just made a comment about Microsoft and their Slack competitor Teams last week. Let's have a look into that and what it means for the future of work in terms of communication tools.
Who is leading the race? Is it the Goliath Microsoft or the David Slack? In general, I have to say I really like that situation because the war of messengers goes into one direction, future of work. That's because these messenger tools speed up communication, which is always a good thing. I have another video about that. And they make it much more transparent in terms of group and team communication. Overall, that's a very good situation. Microsoft has like a big step and advantage ahead because they, of course, are run by large corporations with Office 365. They know Microsoft, they have a relationship. You can stay in the same thread in Teams when you work in the conversation. So let's say somebody releases a post, you can comment that post directly, even if you answer a couple of days later or like a day later, which is quite usual. Like when you're in different time zones like I am today, then it's quite usual. You have a much better integration into the Microsoft tools. Like if you want to start a Skype conversation, that's very easy to start from there. What I also like is you have a better task tool about the tab feature in the Teams overview. So like it's easier to keep an overview of your tasks. Slack can become quite chaotic. I think I made a video about that a couple of months ago when I explained like what is the ideal size for Slack. On the downside regarding the Microsoft tools, quick disclaimer, it's like just product feature UX related stuff. It's small stuff, but it has an impact. The one big downside is the shortcuts are really poor. So you're not as fast in terms of shortcuts as you are in Slack. So let's say with the slash command in Slack, you can easily like type something and you have it started. You can start a call, you can add a Giphy. It's much faster. The Microsoft Teams tool is much more used with a mouse. And at Blackboard, we do a lot of productivity training with our clients. And I can tell you, not using the shortcuts is really bad. It's also these small things. Microsoft, come on. Like when you jump to a conversation, you want to directly start typing. You just don't want to jump to a channel, then take the mouse, go down there and start typing. Just consider why Snapchat, for example, works in a way that you open the screen, the camera already there. Why is that? Snapchat is made for producing. Or take Uber as an example. It's paid the minute you leave the car. You don't even have to take out your phone anymore and say like, yes, pay the bill. Please make sure you have a better eye on the details. Last thing is, the team setup is a bit more complicated compared to the Slack setup. You need more time. You need to connect it to OneDrive. Let's have a look on the Slack side. What's happening with Google at the moment is that Slack comes up with a better integration. So you can comment directly Google Docs in the Slack feed. So let's say you post a document, you can see the content, you can comment, so you don't have to leave that. And it sounds like a small thing, but again, everything that speeds up communication and makes the asynchronous communication side faster is a good thing for the company. You save time clicking, you save time searching. It's faster in terms of collaboration and transparency. That's a good thing. Everything can be done with keyboard shortcuts and you can jump easily with a quick switcher. You can do a lot of stuff with the slash command, starting calls, and. What is the downside about Slack? I would say the biggest downside, these small things that are annoying with Teams, Slack has the same stuff just related to, for example, calls. I mean, if you want to make a call in the app, in the mobile app, you go here, search for the person, and you cannot like click call directly here, but you have to press /call. I mean, that makes sense if you sit in front of a computer because the slash is very fast and it's a very common command. But if you use it on your mobile phone, you want to have it very fast. And this is, for example, something where WhatsApp is much more capable. Video calls, voice messages. Come on, Slack, what's wrong with like not having voice messages? I know there are integrations, they don't feel as native as the other stuff in this app. So what you want to have in modern and future of work communication, you want to switch between asynchronous and synchronous very fast. So you want to make it easy that you leave a voice message or make a call or make a video call. These are small things. This is just like heavy user, like knowing the tools, making people super productive. And I know I'm a pain in the ass when it comes to these topics. But overall, it's a good thing for the whole market because now we have competition that will accelerate the future of work experience for most of the clients. So I hope in the near future we see something happening like we see in China, where a lot of companies solely use WeChat for their internal communication. Sending documents, sending video messages, sending voice messages, texting, pictures and so on, and have a lot of intensity in their communication. And if you don't think that's a good thing, I will link a talk that I gave that explains why faster, more transparent and more intense communication is good communication. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe if you like that stuff. There is more to come.